Paul warned the Roman Christians about the danger of being conformed to the world. Romans 12:2. One translation renders it, "Do not let the world press you into its mold." By the world, we mean the organized system of evil which characterizes unbelievers under the dominion of Satan. Each day we face this relentless pressure. It isn't hard to give in. Most people do. Yet we are called to be radically different. God's children are living for another world, for eternity. Hezekiah dared to be different. His life is described in 2 Kings 18 as a challenge to every one of us. We are to dare to be different in our actions. Listen to verse 3. "And he did what was right in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his father David had done." This was so different from most of the kings of Judah. Of Ahaz, who preceded him, it says he did evil in the sight of the Lord. And of Manasseh, who succeeded him, he did evil in the sight of the Lord. Hezekiah, he dared to be different. There were two motivating factors that aided him that will help us also. First, Hezekiah knew that God was watching. The private sin on earth is a public scandal in heaven. The good deeds men overlook are always documented by God, however. 2 Chronicles 16:9 says, "For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to show himself strong on behalf of those whose heart is loyal to him." But Hezekiah not only did what was right in the sight of the Lord, but it says according to all that his father David had done. So a second motivating factor was the godly example of David. King David wasn't a perfect man, but he was a man after God's own heart, and Hezekiah was challenged by that example, and such can inspire us. Study the lives of the saints. It will help you and challenge you. We're not only to dare to be different in our actions, but furthermore, to be different in our attitudes. Listen to verse 4. "He removed the high places and broke the sacred pillars, cut down the wooden image, and broke in pieces the bronze serpent that Moses had made. For until those days the children of Israel burned incense to it, and he called it Nehushtan," which means a piece of bronze. See, the attitude of most of the kings toward idolatry was to encourage it by tolerating it, and some actively embraced it by practicing it, but not Hezekiah. He sought to eradicate it by attacking it. The Jews had come to venerate the bronze serpent. Hezekiah called it Nehushtan, the bronze thingy. Are we tolerant of evil? Right attitudes are important. Paul's demand not to be conformed to the world is connected to a renewed mind that is transformed by the Word. And then we're to be different in our assurance. Verses 5 and 6, listen to this. "He trusted in the Lord God of Israel, so that after him was none like him among all the kings of Judah, nor who were before him, for he held fast to the Lord. He did not depart from following him, but kept his commandments, which the Lord had commanded Moses." The world seeks success and security and position, possessions, and pleasures. If I get the right status, I'll be successful. If I get enough stuff, I'll be secure. If I get enough stimulation, I'll be satisfied. Oh, friends, that is instead the path of disappointment, for there's nothing this world offers that is enduring. God alone is worthy of our faith. He gives the highest status. He gives true riches and everlasting joy to his obedient children. A living faith produces works. James tells us that faith without works is dead. Hezekiah's life was marked by connection. He held fast to the Lord. Consistency. He did not depart from following him. And commitment. He kept his commandments. Finally, we should be different in our accomplishments. Let's dare to be different in that way. Verses 7 and 8 say this: "The Lord was with him. He prospered wherever he went. And he rebelled against the king of Assyria and did not serve him. He subdued the Philistines as far as Gaza and its territory from watchtower to fortified city." Now, several of the wicked kings experienced worldly success, But I want to ask you what Jesus posed. In the end, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? True success is having all the resources we need here and all the rewards we can store up hereafter. And the world is passing away and the lust of it, but he who does the will of God abides forever. 1 John 2:17. Hezekiah lived in victory. Psalm 37:4 says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." Oh, friends, dare to be different.